everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Tech Sheck, where we continue to unearth and find unique and interesting startups in the Pakistan tech startup ecosystem. Today, I have the privilege of having with us Ahmed Kayani, the CEO and founder of Yugo. Ahmed, thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Farooq. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here. And as we always do in the Tech Sheck way, we're going to jump right in. Ahmed, tell us a little bit about you. Tell us about Yugo.
Okay. Basically, I'm a marketing graduate. I've worked around 7 years in Middle East before making my company Yugo.pk in Pakistan.
Right.
Purely from FMCG background, working in the analytics role. Then that is where, when I was in UAE, I realized that because I was traveling a lot to the other parts of the world. So I realized that the travel ecosystem in Pakistan is very much fragmented and it's not structured. So I decided maybe that's where the opportunity is. I should go back to Pakistan and must work on travel tech because that is an area which needs a lot of improvement.
Understood. So tell us a little bit specifically about Yugo. What does Yugo do?
Basically, it's a combination of two words, you and go. So it's about you going places. That is how we derive the word Yugo. Yugo is a B2B and B2C platform. What we are doing is that we are definitely, giving the travel convenience to the end customer, which we call the B2C segment. But at the same time, our objective is to digitally enable the B2B side of the business, because that is where we think, there's a lot of haggling, a lot of delays, and agents are looking for better solutions. And unfortunately, in Pakistan, since there are not many big tech players within the domain, so they always keep on struggling, even in servicing their own customers. So that is what we are doing. We are creating a digital footprint for those B2B customers, so they can come to our website and seamlessly get the bookings done for their customers, and in cheaper prices also. That is another core competency that we have lower prices than the market.
Okay. So given that there are people like Sabre and all these booking engines that are out there, how do you compete with them?
Don't directly compete with them. It's rather more of a coexistence concept, because Sabre enables, even a company like Yugo, it enables us to fetch the travel content when it comes to flights, hotels, and all those kind of content that the customers are looking for and the agents are looking for. What we do on top of it is that we then negotiate with the airlines, with the properties for the better rates, and then we pass on that discount to our end customers and to our agents.
Okay, interesting. And I don't want to assume, but what is your revenue model with this?
It's the margins that we get out of selling those services. That is how we are making money.
Okay.
And then again, there are some volume-based incentives also that we make. So it's not just one margins. There's volume-based incentives, and at times it's a special kind of a incentive plan going on specific airline or a class that we get. So that is how we make money. And same goes with the properties.
Got you.
Yeah.
And what kind of traffic are you seeing right now?
Our customers, whether B2B or B2C, are 99% of them are Pakistani, based in Pakistan. So that is, when it comes to B2C, it's mostly young people between the age of 25 to say 40, max 45. Those who are coming to our website and they are buying the services on the website, because they are more into traveling, I would say. for B2B front, it's the agents. I mean, there's no age. We have profiled them, but then they are as senior as 60 years old people who are running the business. And then in B2B, there's another segment which is very big in Pakistan, and that is where we do a lot of contracting. Also, that is the Umrah segment. So yeah, so I mean, in B2B, it is mostly those agents who are selling Umrah along with flights and other services. So those are the people who are coming to our website.
Okay.
And taking the services. Yeah.
Got it. Understood. And you said something very interesting. You just said about the travel agents, and so what's your view? What's happening with the traditional travel agency business in Pakistan? Given all of there's BookMe, there's a lot of different players now. So
yeah. See, the issue is as the market is evolving and it's growing. So at the end of the day, the traveler is also getting smart. So the traveler knows that where they are getting the deals from. So even if they refer to their agent, they still know that where can they get the better deals. But why they go with their agents is because of the convenience factor. This is what they think. They're getting the ticket done over a phone call. Now, see, for travel agents, the issue was that even if they want to, because not all travel agents are IATA. So what they do is that they look up to the big travel agents who have the IATA license because they have the issuing authority. There was a lot of haggling, delayed response, and then in the airline industry nowadays, because of the fuel prices, because of the season, I would say, because it's the holiday season, and when the season is I would say 9 to 10 months of the year, it's a high season for traveling. Right. So during those time, you can put your flight on hold, but there's no guarantee that after 2 hours you'll get the same rate because there's so much of traffic going in and are requesting for the same flight. So for agents, it was getting more of a problem. They were actually trying to get this thing done over the call. They were asking the other agents to book the tickets for them, and by the time they were making the payment, they were told either their bookings got cancelled or the rates got revised. So there was no avenue for them to actually go and book the ticket online and get it issued online as a non-IATA agent. So that is where we came in and we enabled them digitally that because we are sitting in Lahore, even if somebody is sitting in Karachi, Islamabad, Peshawar, and in smaller towns like Faisalabad and Sialkot, if somebody is sitting there and he has signed up on our partner portal, so we digitally enable the person to get the ticket any time of the day or night, and they don't have to call us, and they don't have to wait for the response from our side. Of course, there are some checks that we follow, that some guarantees that we take and all that. But any which ways, their way of doing business and their business gets very smooth with their customers. So that is how we are digitally enabling the agents, and also we are empowering them with the booking functionality also. So they are no more dependent on those phone calls or on a particular person to come and issue the ticket for them.
Understood. Okay, great. Yeah. And that leads us to my last question, which is more around how do you see yourself fitting in with the other traditional online booking vendors?
In Pakistan still is a new market, and I think that you talked about, I think, two of the competitors in the past. When you started the interview, there's a lot of space and a lot of I think opportunity within the market. Each player, when I see at those big OTAs, either they are focusing too much on the flights, or they are focusing too much on the bus tickets. Even for us, like Yugo.pk, and if you look into our B2C front, we are focusing mostly on the flights and the visas. So what is happening is that each startup is making sort of their own niche. So it will take another 4 or 5 years for a market like Pakistan to eventually develop to a stage where they will be defined market leaders. At the moment, there are good players and there are not so good players in the market. But again, there's a lot of opportunity. So I would still say this market is at the infancy stage when it comes to travel tech. So we all need to give it another 5 years to develop it to the extent where we can then say we can compete with the likes of Expedias and Booking.com within Pakistan.
Understood. Okay, great. Well, thank you, Ahmed. This is very helpful and informative. Always curious to understand and learn about what's going on. So, last question is, what are the next steps? What's your growth look like?
I mean, for me and for my partners, we see, as I've told, we see a lot of opportunity within the market. I mean, while we are touching only, if we'll say geographically, we have only touched maybe 7 to 8% of the market, because that is because of the limited resources, because of the, again, because of the the city we are located in, because we are in Lahore. At times it gets difficult to go and talk to people in Karachi, especially the agents and all those. So it's 7 to 8% of the market that we have covered so far, and that too, in chunks.
Mm-hmm.
I think, if a company like Yugo, if we just keep on developing the market in the same pace that we were developing we developed in the last year, I think we can grow at least 6 to 8 times within the next 1 year. If we are doing like 50 million, 60 million a month, we can easily go up to 300 to 500 million a month. So that is the kind of opportunity, and that too will not make us the leaders in the market. And that is the kind of growth I think Yugo must do, and Yugo is looking forward to.
Great. Okay, good. Well, first of all, Ahmed, as you know, we try to keep these fairly short. So thank you very much for coming on and sharing your concept with us.
You're most welcome. It was a pleasure.
And to our audience, as you can see, continuing to bring you unique and interesting stories from the ecosystem. We have lots of folks doing things that are disrupting what we do today and competing with folks. But you know what? That's really good for that Pakistan ecosystem of ours. So with that, I'd please ask you again to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We've done over 110 episodes now, and we plan to continue doing this. And with that all, I bid you Allah Hafiz.